Okay, so today we'll be finding the mean absolute deviation on a TI 84 Plus Silver Edition calculator. So first we're going to be doing method 1, and we're going to enter in some numbers in a data set. So we'll do 92, and then you're going to toggle down so that you can see it on the screen. So we're going to keep doing that until we have all the data. 388, 94, 91, 85, 89, and 90. Okay, so after we enter in all the data, we're going to toggle up to L2, and we will enter second L1, which is over number 1, and we will then hit the minus symbol and go to second stat, and we'll toggle over to math, and we're finding the mean, so we will enter the mean and second L1 and do the parenthesis, and then we can enter and we'll get all of L2. Now after we do that, we're gonna toggle up to L3, and we will go to second and catalog, and we're going to want ABS. So we'll enter ABS, and we'll go to second L2, close the parenthesis, and hit enter, and we'll get the whole row of L3. Now after that, we're going to go home so we can do second quit, clear that up, and we will enter mean, so we can go to second list, toggle over to math, hit mean, enter that, and then we're going to enter in L3, so you can do that by going to second and L3, close the parentheses, hit enter, and you have your mean absolute deviation.
So what you did in L2 and L3, you were finding the distance of each of your values, the 8 values in list 1 from list. So if you would go to your lists, can you show me all 3 of the lists again? That, okay, then hit 1. There you go. So all 3 of your lists. In list 1 is your data. In list 2 is the distance from the mean, which was 89. And then list 3 takes the absolute value of those, because we don't want to, 83, yes, is 6 below 89, but we want to just use 6 to find mean absolute value. That's why she did the ABS, the absolute value. So that's one way of finding mean absolute value using the graphing calculators. Now Ian's going to show us another way. Thanks, Elizabeth.
Thank you. Okay, so now the next method, or an alternate method of doing this, would be to, so we have our data in our list that has been entered. So now we want to hit stat, and then we want to go to calc, and then press enter on number 1. So, press enter again. And so here are our stats.
That tells us that the mean of our data is 89. The sum of the numbers is 712. The sum of the numbers squared, if you want to know, is 63,460. Then we have our standard deviation, which is the second one down. This funny looking 3.391164992. Did you know that there are 8 numbers in our list? Toggle down, Ian. Keep toggling down. The minimum value was 83. Our quartile 1 was 86.5. Our median is 89.5. Quartile 3, 91.5. And the max is 94. That's another place where you can get all your box and whisker plot information.
Yeah.
In that one variable statistics under calc.
So now that we've stored the value for the mean in the x value right here, and that we have the count of the number of entries in the list, n. So now we're going to find the answer using one entry. So it's pretty compact. So we're at home. Second, quit. Right, so now we have a blank canvas to work with. So we want to enter a left parenthesis. And then we want to hit second, stat, and then we want to toggle over to math, and then go down to number 5. So now that we have our sum, we're going to go to the math area, math button, and go over to num, or number, and then press enter. So this is the absolute value right here. And now we want to enter list 1 by pressing second, list 1. And then we want to subtract this from, so we want to go to vars right here, and then we want to scroll down to number 5, statistics. So now that we're in statistics, we're going to go down to number 2, which is x right here, which is the value of the mean. So we're going to press enter. So the absolute value of list 1 minus the mean, and then we're going to add a division symbol right here. So we're actually going to add a parenthesis right here. So we have the sum of the absolute value of list 1 minus the mean. Now we're going to divide that by the number of data values. So we're going to hit vars again, go down to number 5, statistics, and we're going to hit number 1, n. So we're going to press enter. And now if we press enter again, we get our mean absolute deviation, which is 2.75.
So that's a much more compacted way of doing it than the first method.
You still have to enter your values in the menu right here, but then you go to home, and then you compute this value using one line. So basically the sum of the absolute value of the values in list 1 minus the mean divided by the number of values in, which equals the mean absolute deviation.